Please, sir, just figure out who's doing this.
Doing the best I can, man. We're in the final round. Sit down, Mr. Round. You can just call me Jordan. We've had the most donations this summer of all summers. Women's basketball, highest popularity, more donations. People saying baseball is free, more donations. People actually wanting to wait till the NBA. I give them 10 days until they start calling it the National Blowout Association. Autopsies, people with donations, tacos in their stomach. Tacos really hurt my stomach. For some reason, they're in these strange poses where they flex. Why the flexing? Yeah, the flexing is supposed to be safer. We have people taking advantage, people selling broken locks, saying they have green days every day, hoping they get American idiots. I need a lead. Anything, a name. All right, I normally don't do this, but I'll give you a name just for the NBA season. Dylan Brooks. Hey everyone, it's Final Round and my name is Jordan. I will put some bloopers of that at the end of the video. But welcome to the NBA. We are back. We made it through the summer. Yet another summer of doing this. It didn't feel as long as when I did only baseball a couple summers ago because of the WNBA. More basketball made it a little bit more fun to get through. But now we're to the NBA and I am excited. There were some trades that were made that affect both of these games. I will talk about it when I get to these picks. I'm going to jump right into these picks and then I will talk about my thoughts on the teams and, you know, some of these plays and how they affect, you know, the teams and their outlook. So you'll see them just come up on the screen right there. That's from a data app called Outlier. There's a link in the description. I'll give you a 7-day free trial for Outlier. So the first game, we have the New York Knicks at the Boston Celtics. Boston Celtics, their lineup, they do not have Porzingis. He will be out. So that's really the only big change. But, you know, he was kind of in and out of the finals anyway. They're still a really great team. My first pick is going to be from the Celtics, and I'm going to go with Derek White over 1.5 steals plus blocks at -135. White, huge part defensively for the Celtics. So good defensively, you know, 3-and-D type player that he made the Olympic team, you know, playing that role player type role. Him and Drew Holiday both being just that great role player type of role. And him defensively, this play was kind of a staple play last year whenever the odds were reasonable to play them. He hit this 67% of the time last season. So what you're looking at on the screen is his head-to-head matchups against the New York Knicks last season, and he went over in all 5 games versus them. And there's something unique about Derek White. For his size, he's really good at timing blocks. So he's not just a guard that goes out there and gets steals. He's very good at getting that block, running it down, and it showed throughout their playoff run, so that really helps with this line. Playing against the Knicks, who, yes, they made some trades that I will talk about, but they're still lacking some depth. They will be without Mitchell Robinson and potentially Precious Achiuwa, who are some of their big men. So when they're lacking depth like that, you know, they're going to get tired more quickly. Tom Thibodeau likes to, you know, run his players into the ground. I doubt he, you know, plays all of his guys 48 minutes, you know, 40 plus minutes, you know, starting out the season. They're not going to last like they did last year. They just started getting tired. But still, with that lack of depth, you know, there's potential for mistakes, and Derek White's going to be great at forcing those mistakes. So my next pick, we have the Knicks. They traded Dante DiVincenzo away. They traded Julius Randle away, and they got Karl Anthony Towns, and they went out and got Mikal Bridges. So Mikal Bridges is great 3-point shooter. Karl Anthony Towns, great 3-point shooter. I can see the vision there. So you have Karl Anthony Towns at the center position. Mikal Bridges, potentially a shooting guard / small forward position. Opens up the floor now for someone like Jalen Brunson, who likes to attack the rim. And you don't have guys like Isaiah Hartenstein and Mitchell Robinson, clogging up the floor, and it's going to be easier for him to score. And if the defense collapses, he can kick it out to his three-point shooters. So hopefully with coaching with Tom Thibodeau, he plays this correctly and doesn't run his guys into the ground, but they did get some pretty good talent. Julius Randle was a stretch four, and Dante DiVincenzo was a shooting guard, just not the size that Bridges brings. But with all that said, they're still going up against the champs who play really great defense. I'm not sure how it all is going to work out. Lines are very high for Jalen Brunson, Bridges, and Karl Anthony Towns. The guy that I looked at on the depth chart that sticks out to me, who is going to get a lot of playing time, is Miles McBride, and I like him over 1.5 three-pointers made, minus 120. On the depth chart, they have him listed as backup point guard and backup shooting guard. And with Achua out and Mitchell Robinson, they're going to need some depth down low. Sometimes they'll put Josh Hart down at the 4. Mikal Bridges can move down to the 3. Miles McBride is going to have a lot of opportunity here to play a 1 or a 2 guard. So he came onto the scene later in the season last year, and in the playoffs, some games he was playing all 48 minutes. So he got the trust of Tom Thibodeau. So I played it pretty conservative with Outlier and just filtered to games where he played 20 plus minutes, and he hit this line in 76% of games, which is 20 plus minutes. And then I put a cap on that because some of those games he's playing 40 plus minutes, so I went 20 to 30 minutes, so you kind of have that range there, and he went over in 64% of those games. I checked the preseason to see how he did. One of them he played 35 minutes and he shot 11 3-point attempts. Another 24 minutes, shot 7 attempts, and then 25 minutes he shot 9 attempts. So the 3-point attempts are going to be there for him. We just need him to knock down 2 of them. So I really do like this play with McBride coming off the bench. So if you guys could, please like the video. If you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. If you have a little bit of extra time, could you just leave a comment for the algorithm? If you just want to put a number, you can put the number 1, and that helps get this video out there for more people to see. And also, if you're using Prizepicks and you want to get away from it and try out an app that has more options, dynamic payouts, check out Underdog Fantasy, Sleeper, ParlayPlay, and ChalkBoard. Use promo code FINAROUND11. They'll match your first deposit up to $100. There are links in the description. I'll take you straight there with the promo code, and thank you to anyone who uses those. So this second game is going to be Minnesota Timberwolves and the Lakers, the team on the other end of that Knicks trade that got Julius Randle, that got Dante DiVincenzo. Their lines are pretty low compared to their averages, but we don't know how things are exactly going to play out there, especially DiVincenzo with Mike Conley at guard position, Anthony Edwards playing the 2 guard. It's kind of clogged there, and they just drafted a backup point guard, so yeah, it's pretty clogged there. And then with Julius Randle, you don't get as good of a 3-point shooter as Karl Anthony Towns, but you still get a guy who can stretch the floor a little bit. But a play that I like is going to be Naz Reid over 1.5 3-pointers made at minus 108. He was the 6th man of the year last year, and he went over in all 4 games versus the Lakers last season. The Lakers were giving up the most 3-pointers to the center position, and their lineup hasn't really changed that much. So with Naz Reid, you can put him in for Rudy Gobert with Julius Randle now, and the same philosophy, you spread the floor and you give a guy like Anthony Edwards the lane to be able to drive and then make something happen. He can just go and just dunk on someone. He is very good at taking it to the rim, just like Jalen Brunson is. And I think Rudy Gobert, he kind of got embarrassed last year by Luka Doncic. He didn't play much in the Olympics. He has played all right in the preseason games, but I have a feeling they're going to want to still spread the floor more, and they're going to put Rudy Gobert in there when he is needed defensively. I think Naz Reid's still going to be a big part of their plans. So once again, I kept it conservative and filtered to just 25 plus minutes a game with him, and he's gone over this in 61% of games last season, and he averaged 6.5 attempts. We need him just to shoot 33% of those attempts. I really do like this hit rate for Naz Reid. And my final play is going to be on the Lakers side of things. So Rudy Gobert is going to be on the floor, and he is going to get minutes. And when he is on the floor on the other side for the Lakers, Anthony Davis is going to be there. He is fully healthy. And when he is fully healthy, he is great defensively. So I like him for over 1.5 blocks at -145. He went over in 3 out of 4 games versus Minnesota last season. The one game he did not go over, he played just 12 minutes. So he's going to be fully healthy, fresh. He started off last season going over this line for the first 6 games. And once again, I kept it conservative, just 30 plus minutes when he plays. He went over this in 69% of games, almost 70% hit rate. So he'll definitely be out there when Rudy Gobert is out there, which means he doesn't have to, kind of stay out on a guy on the perimeter, and he can roam and get those help defense blocks. I like Anthony Davis to have a good game for the first game of the year. So if you guys are new to the channel, welcome. I have a Discord. Link is in the description. It's a free Discord. I'm not going to change it to a premium or charge you or anything like that. There's conversation about NFL football. The WNBA is over now. I'm filming during the championship game. I'm going to catch the end of it. But it's a lot of people bringing their research. Great community. Love to see you hop on in there. So lines are already out for Wednesday's games and Thursday's games. I will probably drop Wednesday's games on Tuesday night and keep it that way. I'm not going to put these out 2 days ahead. Just this one will simmer for a day before the day of game day. So God bless you all. It's fun around. My name is Jordan. Let's have a great NBA season. I will catch you on the next one. Bye. Finding bodies, autopsies with tacos in their stomach. It's like gunshots in the background. Why are you laughing? For the NBA season, I'll help you out. Dylan, what the hell is going on back there? Blanca, you're making noises.